KD9MED, KD9MED, case on GCR. Good evening, Mike. How's my signal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, sounds good. I heard people tell me that when I'm talking about my new ASU FGM 200 radio. Okay, Mike, we'll be starting the net here in about 8 or 7 minutes here. Case on G-sharp, we clear. Okay, sounds good, Mike. Catch you later. Case on G-sharp, we clear. All stations, I'll be calling the Friday Night Fun Net in exactly 7 minutes at 8 o'clock. Case on G-sharp, we clear. Stand by for the net. N9DLB, case on G-sharp. Go ahead, Dave. Okay, Dave, I'll go ahead and put you down as an early check-in. 7-3, have a good evening. Thanks for taking in. Case on G-sharp, we clear. Good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock. And welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford. My name is Jim. My call is K9GCR. I'm located here in Freeport, and I'll be your host this evening. The purpose of having this net is what the name implies. Have fun. That's what this hobby of amateur radio is all about, in addition to providing emergency communications if one situation warrants. A secondary purpose of this net is to provide an on-air meeting place for all amateur radio operators. Everybody is welcome to check in. You do not have to be a member of any club, organization, group, or association to participate in this net. All you need is a valid FCC license. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. This repeater is a PL 114.8 plus offset. You need to have that programmed into your radio in order to have access to the repeater. For those of you who may be using older radios that do not have PL capability, or the PL in your radio is not working properly, you can check in the Friday Night Fun Net by using the repeater output frequency, the straight 195 simplex. If I hear you, I acknowledge you and check you in the net. This is the Friday Night Fun Net for Fridays, February 9, 2024. This net is being live streamed around the world on the internet via YouTube. Mike, KD9MED down in Rochelle, is live streaming this net. And he's also recording this net for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Those of you who are listening on the internet, if you want to check in, go ahead and check in to the internet with Mike, K9MED. He in turn will relay your internet check-in to me via the radio. Also, if you're on the 6, you can hear the repeater, but you can't get to it due to conditions, you're too far away from it, or you don't have internet access. Just give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline. Area code 815-232-FN, 232-3636. It's a local Freeport number. I'll take your check-in over the phone, but try to check it on the radio if at all possible. Okay, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to take short time molestations. If you have family stuff going on, you got a TV show you want to watch, or you want to concentrate on your driving, if you can't stay for the net, we'll take your short time mobile and the check-ins, and if you have traffic, we'll do your traffic right away. After that, I do have 4 early check-ins. KC9YI, Scott Monroe, AC9JZ, Mike in Rockford, NIGBP, Greg in Rockford, and N9DLB, Dave here in Freeport, about a mile east of me, who lives north of the downtown Freeport. They both are checked in early tonight. But, okay, like I said, if you have if you have a situation you can't stay for the net, we'll take your early check-ins. After we get done with that, we'll take general check-ins. First, we'll take general check-ins from northern Illinois. After that, we'll take general check-ins from southern Wisconsin. Then we'll take check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin. When you check in the net, state whether or not you have traffic. Your traffic consists of breakfast, ham fests, bike rides, or marathons. Then we'll do our regular features. We'll do the Friday Night Fun Net Tech Corner. Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of a radio do you want to buy? Base, mobile, all modes, APRS, FT8? Are you what kind of an antenna do you want to put up on your tower? If you have any technical questions, please feel free to ask them. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Then we'll do the Friday Night Fun Net Contest / DX Corner. You know of any contests that are taking place this weekend? And did you make any DX reports? I made the 3 of them, which that'll be or 4 of them. That'll be about it. We'll get to them later. Then we'd like to hear your DX reports if you made any this week. Then we'll do the SWAT net. If you have any items to buy, sell, trade, or want to release hobbies, amateur radio, or computers, we'll definitely do that. Tonight's topic is Valentine's Day. I'm using red ink. All my check-ins are in red tonight because Valentine's Day will be coming up Wednesday of next week, and we're going to ask everybody, are you going to be making any plans for that day, or what do you think of the whole thing altogether? Okay. Well, with all the so-called formalities out of the way, let's get underway. Do we have any short-time mobilizations? I'd like to check in. Please call now.
AC9NW, short time, no traffic.
AC9NW, Tom Roscoe. Okay, Tom, got your text in short time. Sudbury, have a good evening. Till we talk to you, I'm sure we'll probably hear you on the Saturday evening tech net tomorrow night, 8 o'clock in this repeater. Thanks for checking in. Do we have any more short time mobilization you want to check in? Please call now.
Alpha 9 Victor uniform. Michael in Janesville. I don't have any traffic.
89VU, Mike in Janesville. Okay, Mike, you got you checked in. Sudbury, have a good evening. Thanks for checking in. Any more short-time mobilizations for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KC9QPL, Paul and Los Burtons. Short time, 73.
It's a combination in-person and a Zoom meeting. They're meeting at the old Circuit City building on East State Street. So hopefully there's a big turnout there. Okay, there'll be no more short-time remote check-ins. We'll take general check-ins. Do we have any general check-ins from Northern Illinois, the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
K9YBG, Dale and Rockford.
K9YBG, Dale and Rockford, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes roundtable. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KD9MED, Mike and Rochelle, and I got an internet check-in.
K9MED, okay, Mike, go ahead with your internet check-in.
Yeah, go ahead and check in, Patrick. Keep finding $9 silver.
Okay, W9AXD. Okay, Pat, I've got you checked in. Thanks for checking in. Have a good evening. Thanks, Mike, for that check-in. We'll get back to you a few minutes roundtable too. Okay, any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Well, like I said, I'm expecting a slow turnout tonight with the rah-rah meeting currently underway. So, okay, let's go to see if we get any check-ins from Southern Wisconsin. 8 stations in Southern Wisconsin. I'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call now. One more time. Any general check-ins in Southern Wisconsin? I'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call now.
KC9GCR. This is Kilo Delta 9, Kilo Whiskey Romeo. Down in Beloit, no traffic.
K9KWR, Don and Boyd, have got you checked in. Don, we'll get back to you in a few minutes of the roundtable. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins in Southern Wisconsin? Would like to check the Friday Night Fun Net this time. Please call now. Okay, it is Friday Night Fish Friday night in Wisconsin, so everybody's at their favorite bar, restaurant, or tavern. Either catfish, buffalo carp, northern pike, walleye, muskie, crappie, or bluegills. Those of you in the Milwaukee area are eating your Polish sausages, hot dogs, brats, kielbasa, and Braunschweiger. Of course, your cheese lovers are eating some of that famous Wisconsin cheese. I'm sure the lakes, I'm sure the snow is mostly gone up in central and northern Wisconsin. I'm sure so is the ice. So there's probably no ice fishing this weekend. we'll just move on. At this time, I'll take check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin for the Friday night fun net. Please call now. Well, like I said, the turnout is slow tonight because of the rah-rah meeting taking place. But I'm sure we'll get more check-ins before it's all said and done. So, okay, at this time, I'm gonna do the traffic portion. I do several. I can't even talk. I do have several pieces of traffic. First of all, tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock here in Freeport Public Library, Stevenson County Repeater Association, we will have our monthly meeting. There was no meeting last month, I should say, because of the bad weather that took place. But let's see. George N9WSQ is out of state. He's in the Gulf Shores, Alabama. John K9OBJ, our vice president, was probably busy, so he probably won't be attending. So Gene K9SUO, our vice president, secretary, treasurer, will probably preside. If you're not doing anything, come on over to our monthly meeting, the Stevenson County Repeater Association. We meet tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock at the Freeport Public Library, second floor boardroom. And State Line Apps Radio Club had their BE testing session this past Saturday. I'm happy at the Freeport Public Library. I'm happy to report 3 people showed up, 3 people passed. Among them was Corey Grant, the son of Kevin Grant, W9KLG. He passed. Justin K9FDO came along. He drove us. He picked me up. We weren't sure whether we were going to get there in time or not. It was past 1 o'clock when we got there, and the VE testing session was scheduled to get underway at 12:30. But fortunately, the boardroom was open. I asked the guys, "Are you able? Can this boy still take his test?" He said yes. So he did. Took his test and he passed. Now he's just waiting for his license to come. I say probably be about 4 weeks. Around the 22nd he'll come, but don't quote me. We'll just wait and see what happens. Again, let me repeat. Corey Grant, the son of Kevin Grant, W9KLG, passed his technician's test last Saturday. So we'll be having a new ham radio operator in the Rockford area. Okay, let's see. Okay, mark this down on your calendar. Sunday, September, CFMC Radio Expo will take place Sunday, September 22nd at the Boone County Fairgrounds in Belvedere. I repeat, CFMC Radio Expo will take place Sunday, September 22nd at Boone County Fairgrounds. More information to come in the months and the weeks ahead. Hold on here. I want to let everybody know we've got two weather spotter classes in the area coming up. Let me get all my papers straightened out, and we'll find it here. Okay, here we go. Let me reset. Okay, weather spotter class, Tuesday, March 5th, 2024, at the Cherry Valley Fire Department, 4919 Black Hawk Road in Rockford. That'll be put on by the Chicago office of the National Weather Service. You have to sign up online in order to go and participate. It's at eventbrite.com. E-Echo, B-Victor, E-Echo, N-November, T-Tango, B-Bravo, R-Romeo, India T Tango E Echo.com. Once again, National Weather Service, Chicago Romeoville will be putting on the Weather Spotter class Tuesday, March 5th, 2024. To begin underway at 6:30 p.m., I'm assuming, at the Cherry Valley Fire Department, 4919 Black Hawk Road in Rockford. Sign up at eventbrite.com. Also, National Weather Service in the Quad Cities will be holding an in-person weather spotter class Tuesday, March 19th at 6:30 p.m. at Highland Community College, Building H and Hotel Room 201 Student Conference Center. The class gets underway at 6:30. It'll run till 8:30. The National Weather Service Quad Cities puts on a great presentation. You see lots of videos, slides, and what have you. They'll be serving refreshments. Last year we had a total of over 150 people come. Once again, I repeat, National Weather Service Quad Cities will be putting on an in-person weather spotter class Tuesday, March 19th at 6:30 p.m. at Highland Community College, Building H Hotel, as in Hotel Room 201 Student Conference Center. That runs from 6:30 to 8:30. You do have to, when you do come, you do have to register. So, okay, that's it. Okay, I have other pieces of. I got two more pieces of traffic, then move on. Let me find it first. I neglect to mention this. Friday morning breakfast meets every Friday morning from 7:30 a.m. until about 9 a.m. It's an informal gathering of ham folks. No affiliation necessary. Good food and good company. Everyone is welcome to attend. It's at the Spring Garden Family Restaurant located in Loves Park. And also, the Prairie Boy Naps Radio Club will be holding a breakfast tomorrow morning. I'm not sure about what time it is or where the location is. Anybody's listening, please let me know. But the Prairie Boy Naps Radio Club will be holding their ham breakfast tomorrow morning.
Contact.
I'm not sure about the time or the location, so okay.
Contact.
Yeah, go ahead.
Kilo Delta 9 Golf Delta Yankee, Jim and Beloit here. Yeah, that meets at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. at the Flying J truck stop there on Gardner, which is Illinois 75 and I-90. That's the South Beloit exit. And it's held actually inside the Flying J at the Denny's restaurant. That's 8 a.m. Back to net, KD9GDY.
Thank you very much, Jim. Let me go ahead and check in the net there. Thank you very much for that information.
In business, KD9GDY.
Okay, I've got to check in. Jim, I'll get back to you a few minutes roundtable. Thanks for checking in. Does anybody else have any traffic they'd like to pass along at this time?
N9CO.
N9ZO, good evening, Richard. What's going on with you?
Just going to tell you on the early bird that Paul checked in, but you covered him up. Early bird, no traffic. And then also, be a little light on your Wisconsin people now because they had a real bad tornado up there last night. Went through the middle, just a little above Janesville, flattened out a lot of buildings and turned over some vehicles and stuff, so that might be a reason that your Wisconsin traffic's lighter tonight. Some people might be involved in that.
Oh yeah, that was definitely a sad situation there. But fortunately, nobody got seriously injured. Nobody got killed. Yeah, that's a sad. Okay, thanks very much. Paul, KC9QPL. I'm sorry about that. Are you still there? Come on back. K9QPL, Paul in Loves Park. Are you there?
Short time, Paul, so, Jimmy, he was short time, so he probably's gone.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry about that, Rich. I'll go ahead and put him down. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, I'll go ahead and put him down. Thanks. Okay, do we have any more stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now.
KD9MED.
KD9MED. Okay, Carrie. I'll get back to you and then, I've got you checked in, Carrie. I'll get back to you in a few minutes. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins for the Friday Night Fun Net from anywhere? Please go now. Okay, let's go ahead. I already mentioned the traffic, so let's go ahead with the Friday Night Fun Net Tech Corner. Anybody have any, let's see. Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of an antenna do you want to put up on your tower? What kind of a radio do you want to buy? Base, mobile, all mode, APRS, or FT8? If anybody has any technical questions, please feel free to ask them. Anybody have any technical questions you'd like to bring at this time? Okay, let's go ahead with the Friday Night Fun Net contest / DX Corner. Did anybody make any DX contests this week, or you know of any contests that are taking place this weekend? Anybody else have any know of any contest information or DX reports? Please go ahead.
KD9MED.
K9MED. Okay, Carrie. What do you got for us?
Thanks, Jimmy. Good evening, everybody. Well, I finally got back on the radio again after a break there. I was on the air for exactly 1 hour, right around sunset today, and I made 12 contacts, and 6 of them are DX. The first one was on 15 meters. That was PY1CD. He's down in Rio de Janeiro. That's like 5,500 miles away. So, VE5PMG. He's in Regina, Saskatchewan. If you consider Canada to be DX, brief reset. OK6RA in the Czech Republic. I looked at his town on Google, and I drove around, and the streets are spotless there. It's a really quaint little town, and you could eat off the streets and the sidewalks. It's beautiful. EA1G in Spain. That was on 40 meters. Brief reset. On 10 meters, JR2KDN in Nagoya, Japan. And I got a good one here, ZB2CM in Gibraltar. He was on 30 meters. That's only my 4th Gibraltar contact so far, so I consider that to be the keeper. Brief reset. For you shortwave listeners, there's an interesting guy on Twitter. He calls himself Shortwave 78. That's all one word, Shortwave 78. And he's in Italy, and he just digs out the most fascinating stuff. He finds, you know, secret number stations and military comms and just all kinds of crazy stuff. So I recommend him. And there are some other good shortwave listening channels on Twitter as well. It's not all trash on Twitter. There's some good stuff there. Brief reset. On the QSO party calendar, we had last weekend we had Minnesota and Vermont, and the next QSO parties will be 2 weeks from now, and that'll be the South Carolina and North Carolina, but there won't be any this weekend. Brief reset. On the contest calendar, we have a lot of activity. There's a CW contest that's being put on by antiquewireless.org, and all these times I'm going to give you are UTC times, because that's what I'm seeing here. This CW contest runs from 11 p.m. Saturday to 11 p.m. Sunday UTC, so just subtract 6 hours. That's only on the 160, 80, 40, and 20 bands. Brief reset. Fists, another CW outfit, is going to have their Saturday sprint. It'll run all day Saturday UTC. There's also something called, well, let's see. Oh, and SKCC is also going to have a weekend sprint-a-thon. It'll run from noon UTC on Saturday through the midnight Sunday UTC.
Correction.
Here's something interesting that's going to happen during the week. The ARRL School Club Roundup is going to, looks like it's going to go on for several days. It starts midday Monday UTC, and it goes at least through Friday. And I expect you'd hear a lot of new hams on there, and I guess any show of support that you can give for school club stations, that's a good thing. I guess that's it, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. KD9MED.
Okay, Kerry, thank you very much for that DX report. We and all that information about these different contests, and congratulations on meeting those different contacts. Okay, I'll give you my DX report, but I think we had another station trying to check in, another station come back.
KD9GDY with a correction.
Go ahead, Jeff.
The SKCC always on the weekend sprint runs from 6 a.m. Central Time, which I believe is 1200 UTC, and will run that Saturday morning, 6 a.m. Central till 6 p.m. Central Time on Sunday, 6 p.m. Central, which I think must be actually 000 UTC. So that's what it is every month, and it's always the second weekend of every month. So, all right, I happen to know that because I'm an SKCC member, and I will be operating that this weekend. KD9GDY.
Thanks for the information there, Jim. Kerry, did you get that information?
Yes, I did. I'm double-checking my sources. The times that I gave came directly off of contestcalendar.com, but I'll look at the SKCC website and see where my error is. Thanks a lot, Jim. KD9MED.
Thank you very much for that information there, Kerry. We sure appreciate it. Now, okay. Now, let's see. Last Saturday, I made one contact with a station in Vermont on Vermont QSO party, 14.273 on the 20 meters, November 1 Foxtrot Sierra. And then the other two contacts that were made on Sunday on 14.238 with the, let's see, at the 1906. Oh yeah, the Saturday contact was at 1755 the first contact on Sunday was at 1906, Kilo Echo 1, Victor Tango on 14.238. Then on 14.258 at 27 hours, Whiskey 1 November, Victor Tango. Let's see. First station on Saturday was giving me a 5.0. Second station gave me 6.0. The other station gave me 7.0. Now let me reset. I got two more. All the last two contacts was with the Old Miss 20 meter net at 14.290. That net runs at noon. Well, they start taking check-ins at noon, and they get underway at 12:30 local time. They go for about 2, 3, or 4 hours with Kilo. The most contacts were Kilo Charlie 1, India Lima Hotel in New Hampshire. Both times you give me 6.0. Those are my GX contacts.
Very good, Jimmy. I've been searching for those in my log. I did work KE1VT, that's Kevin, on 40 meters back at the end of the year 2020. So there's one we got in common. KD9MED.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So, okay, Kerry, thanks very much. I'll get back to you in a few minutes for the round table. Do we have any more? Does anybody else have any DX reports they'd like to pass along? Do we have any more stations that like to check in this time before we get in the swap net? Please call now. Okay, let's go ahead with the swap net. All items to be bought, sold, or traded must be related to hobbies of RAM trading or computers. All items to be bought, sold, or traded must be the property of or in possession of the person who wants to get rid of stuff. May mention the price over the air, but any haggling should take place either in person or with the telephone. Also, no commercial business of any kind is allowed. Does anybody have any swap net traffic you'd like to pass along? Okay, let's move ahead with the round table. Valentine's Day. Are you doing anything special for that day, or is it just another day for you? Well, we'll find out here. KD9YBG, Dale, what are you doing for Valentine's Day?
I'm KD9YBG. Not too much. The wife bought me her Valentine present, and I got hers already. And I'm using it right now. It's DSP that I got hooked onto my Kenwood right now. That doesn't have any noise reduction or any bandwidth selections. And this little bandwidth deal you can put on any radio, so all the while you guys are talking, I've been just playing with different settings to see how it works. KD9YBG, back to net.
Okay, sounds good. That's good. I'm glad everything will work out for you for this coming Valentine's Day. Thanks for checking in. Okay. Mike, KD9MED, what are you doing for Valentine's Day, or doesn't it mean anything to you?
KD9MED here. Well, in the morning I'm going to be stopping by the VA there for a little bit of follow-up, checkups and things like that. But the rest of the day will be work, and then when I finally get home, probably, I don't know, we'll probably reserve some time together for the weekend. That's about it. KD9MED, back to net.
Okay, Mike, sounds good. Thanks for checking in. Let me know if you get any more internet check-ins. So, okay, sounds good. KD9, KWR, Don and Boyd, what are you doing for Valentine's Day, or doesn't mean anything? You got any plans or not?
K9GCR. This is KD9KWR. Well, for me, Jimmy, it's just another day on the calendar. So I don't have any plans, not doing anything romantic or any of that good stuff.
That's the way I feel too. And then Valentine's Day, I never really did got into that at all. So okay, Don, thanks for checking in. KD9GDY, Jim, are you doing anything for Valentine's Day, or doesn't mean it's just another day for you?
As far as I know, it's going to be pretty much. I think we do have something on the calendar, the wife and I, but I don't know what it is right off to tell you the truth. So. I don't know if you want me, if I'm able to make other comments here, but I guess I'm going to take the liberty in doing so. Brenda, my YL, who's KD9GDX, herself and myself went down to the Rah-Rah breakfast this morning, this Friday morning, and had a good time down there with the hams. And of course, we're planning on going down to the breakfast tomorrow for the Greater Beloit Amateur Club. They're at Denny's, but everybody's welcome. So if you don't have anything going on tomorrow, go down to Denny's at the Flying J in South Beloit from 8 a.m. till whenever we finish up. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. And then I'll be also making some contacts on CW with the Straight Key Century Club there for the contest. So, and I double-checked the website there, the SKCC website, and yeah, it in fact is 12 UTC tomorrow morning, which is 6 a.m., runs till 6 p.m., which actually runs 23:59 on Sunday. So that'll be 6 p.m. tomorrow Central Time. So that's about it. There's a Beloit Club here is going to have a special event station, W9B. We're on QRZ already, but it doesn't start till I think February 15th. February 15th there'll be a special event call sponsored by the Greater Beloit Amateur Radio Club. That's Whiskey 9 Bravo, Whiskey 9 Boston. Okay, I think that's it for now. Back to you, Jimmy, KD9GDY.
Thank you very much for that information about that special event station there, Jim. Hopefully you make a lot of contacts. Does that have anything to do with Valentine's Day or another event?
It has to do with Beloit's Radio Club's 60th anniversary. It's their 60th anniversary. And I don't have a lot of details on that. Like I said, I know we got a page calls listed now on QRZ, and they'll run from, I think, the 15th of February. Don't quote me on that. It might be even the 14th of February, but till the end of the month, the 29th of February. And so different guys from the club will be operating different modes at different times, different bands. So anyway, look around for us. Stop in and say hello. Have a QSO with us. I think you can get a certificate. You can print it out there at home. And we might even be having QSL cards. I'm not sure on that. We're still trying to iron out the last little detail on all of that. So back to net, KD9GDY, Jim and Beloit.
Okay, sounds good. 60th anniversary. Okay, let's see. And that'd be 1964. I just turned 16 on January 26, 1964. So, I remember that year very, very well. So, well, good luck and happy anniversary, and hopefully you'll make a lot of contacts that day.
Okay, Jimmy. What else was I going to say about that? Rockham Radio, rockhamradio.com. That's rockhamradio.com. You can find details there. KD9GDY.
Okay, sounds good. I also checked in your better half, KD9GDX. She's checked in the Friday Night Fun Net.
To that. Okay, Jimmy, thank you for that. Back to net.
Okay, K9GCR. Okay, let's continue on. N9ZO, Richard and Belvedere. You guys, what are you going to be doing? What are you or the missus going to be doing for Valentine's Day? Okay, we'll move on there. K9MED, Carrie, what are you going to be doing for Valentine's Day, or is it just a regular North Day for you?
This is KD9MED. I'm gonna put on some music. There's an old song by the Jay Giles Band. It's called "Love Stinks." And then while I'm listening to that, I'm gonna burn photos of my ex-girlfriend. No, I'm just kidding. No, it'll be an ordinary week for me, Jimmy, as far as I know. Thanks a lot, KD9MED.
Okay. Sounds good there, Carrie. Okay, well, happy Valentine's Day anyway. Like I said, that day doesn't mean much as far as I'm concerned. It's just a regular, normal day for me too. Just like Saturday and Sunday, the weekend. They're just normal days for me. Okay, Carrie, thanks for taking and all you do for that to bring us these DX reports and these contest reports there too. Okay, that concludes my list. Do we have any more stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time? You're coming over with your Friday Night fish fry, steak fry, grocery shopping, or the show. You just turned your radio on. You've been copying the mail for the last 43 minutes. This is your chance to check in the Friday Night Fun net from anywhere in the region. Put around traffic, please call K9 GCR. Again, with the rah-rah meeting is going on, so that explains the slow turnout today. But they'll be, when it's over with, they'll be checking in unless they decide to go to to their second meeting somewhere, at a restaurant somewhere. So we're going to do a little bit of Friday Night Fun at trivia, and this is for the benefit of those who are taking their studying for their first ham radio license, their tech license there. We suggest those you write the answers down, memorize them, and keep them in your head. Don't take them to the BE testing session or you'll be in the doghouse. All right, let's see. Okay, here we go. First question. What types of international communications is an FCC licensed amateur radio station permitted to make? A. Communications incidental to the purposes of the amateur radio service and remarks of a personal character. B. Communications incidental to conducting business or remarks of a personal nature. C. Only communications incidental to contest exchanges. All other communications are prohibited. D. Any communications that would be permitted by an international broadcast station. What types of international communications is an FCC licensed amateur radio station permitted to make? A. Communications incidental to the purposes of the amateur radio service and remarks of a personal character. B. Communications incidental to conducting business or remarks of a personal nature. C. Only communications incidental to contest exchanges. All other communications are prohibited. D. Any communications that would be permitted by an international broadcast station. Anybody correct answer to this question?
I'm just going to go out on a limb and say A alpha.
You are correct, Carrie. You are correct. What types of international communications is an FCC licensed amateur radio station permitted to make? Correct answer is A alpha. Communications incidental to the purposes of the amateur radio service and remarks of a personal character. 97.117. Unless specifically prohibited by the government of either country, any ham can talk to any other ham. International communications must be limited to the purposes of the amateur service or remarks of a personal nature. Ham radio license manual, page 7-15. All right, let's find another one here. not to read the same questions over again. But sometimes it doesn't end always that way. I read that one. I don't know how many use DMR, but I'm going to read this question anyway. By the way, I don't use DMR, so okay. What is the purpose of the color code used on DMR repeater systems? A. Must match the repeater color code for access. B. Defines the frequency pair to use. C. Identifies the codec used. D. Defines the minimum signal level required for access. What is the purpose of the color code used on DMR repeater systems? A. Must match the repeater color code for access. B. Defines the frequency pair to use. C. Identifies the codec used. D. Defines the minimum signal level required for access. Anybody have correct answer to this question? That is those who use DMR.
A Alpha, K9RFD checking in.
You are correct, Justin. You are correct. What is the purpose of the color code used on the DMR repeater system? Correct answer is A Alpha. Must match the repeater color code for access. Digital codes called color codes are used to access a specific repeater, similarly to CT, CSS, or PL access tones on an analog FM repeater. And radio license manual, page 6-13. Okay, Justin. I'll put you down. Was that that must have been a quick, short meeting, huh?
I guess so. It didn't feel like it. It was a very, very interesting presentation that we sat through. About Saturn and the Salvation Army in Rockford. They got some really, really cool stuff going on. So, lots to think about and lots to talk about. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. We learned quite a bit out here, so it was not bad, Jimmy. I feel.
That's good. That's good. Was how much of a turnout was there? Was there a big turnout? We hope.
It was all right. It wasn't a huge turnout, but a lot of people were there, so it will get out there.
Sounds good. Now, was Corey there? Did he go with you?
No, he backed out last minute, so we'll tell him all about it. I'm sure he'll be involved either way, but he did not make it.
Okay, Justin, that's good about having a presentation about Saturn. I'll tell you what, those of you new to this hobby, well, they used to have the Salvation Army Saturn group many years ago that served the Rockford area well. Brad, H2I can tell you all about it, and we used to have the Saturn and every Thursday evening at 8 p.m. on the 14661 repeater with Gene Duncan, W9GD. He ran that net successfully for many years. I was a part of that too. I was kind of a backup net control for him, but I did my share. But that was great. Okay, Justin, hey, thanks for checking in. We'll talk to you later. Do we have any more stations you want to check in? Please call now.
W9KLG Mobile checking in. Short time.
W9KLG, okay, on your way to work. Okay, Kevin, I've got you checked in. Did you enjoy the meeting?
Jimmy, I certainly did. It was really good and interesting, and I see some future in the hobby in this area with this meeting here. I'm actually not going to work yet. I'm going to go to the after the Jerry's Pizza party after the rah-rah meeting, and we'll go there. And we're going there. W9KLG will be back to net.
Sounds good. Oh yeah, you're going to your second meeting. After our monthly Seeds Economy Repeater Association meeting, we go to what we call our second meeting at a different eating establishment in town. We don't talk any business there. We just socialize and have a good lunch and a good meal and what have you. So, okay. Sounds good, Kevin. Thanks for checking in. Okay, do we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now.
W9AXD Mobile.
W9AXD Mobile. Okay, Matt, we got you checked in. Did you enjoy the meeting?
Yeah, no, it was good. It was informative, and I think you just talked to Kevin and Justin, and we're on our way to the meeting after the meeting.
Okay, sounds good. We're talking about Valentine's Day tonight. What do you are you having any plans for Valentine's Day, or is it just another day for you?
Well, I was thinking about getting a new mic for the radio for my wife in the shape of a heart. I'm not sure what brand I'm going to get, but I think she might like that. Maybe I could use it sometime.
Sounds good. That sounds good.
All right, Jimmy, we'll go back to that here at KC9TCR W3MBX. We'll be clear.
Okay, Matt, sounds good. Have fun at your second meeting there. Okay, any more stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Okay, we'll find some more questions here on the Tech Q&A. Oh boy. I read that question. I'm not reading that again. Okay. 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 Which of the following battery chemistries is rechargeable? A. Nickel metal hydride. B. Lithium ion. C. Lead acid. D. All of these choices are correct. Which of the following battery chemistries is rechargeable? A. Nickel metal hydride. B. Lithium ion. C. Lead acid. D. All these choices are correct. Anybody correct to answer this question?
Jimmy, I'll chime into this one. We're going to say D, all above.
You are correct, Kevin. You are correct. Which of the following battery chemistries is rechargeable? A. Nickel metal hydride. B. Lithium ion. C. Lead acid. Well, the correct answer is D. Delta. All of these choices are correct. Amateur Lives Magic Base 9-17. Okay, we'll see if we can find another one here. Oh, that's too long. I'm not going to read that one. All right. All right. Which of the following actions should you take if a neighbor tells you that your station's transmissions are interfering with their radio or TV reception? A. Make sure that your station is functioning properly and that it does not cause interference to your own radio or television when it is tuned to the same channel. B. Immediately turn off your transmitter and contact the nearest FCC office for assistance. C. Install a harmonic doubler on the output of your transmitter and tune it until the interference is eliminated. D. All these choices are correct. Which of the following actions should you take if a neighbor tells you that your station's transmissions are interfering with their radio or TV reception? A. Make sure that your station is functioning properly and that it does not cause interference to your own radio or television when it is tuned to the same channel. Let me reset. B. Immediately turn off your transmitter and contact the nearest FCC office for assistance. C. Install a harmonic doubler on the output of your transmitter and tune it until the interference is eliminated. D. All these choices are correct. Anybody prepared to answer this question?
KD9EPZ.
Good evening, Al. What do you say?
I say A is an alpha.
You are correct, Al. You are correct. Which of the following actions should you take if a neighbor tells you that your station's transmissions are interfering with their radio or TV reception? Correct answer is A, alpha. Make sure that your station is functioning properly and it does not cause interference to your own radio or television when it is tuned to the same channel. Regardless of the source, you can reduce or eliminate much interference by making sure your own station follows good amateur practices for grounding and filtering. Eliminate interference to your own home appliances and televisions first. Ham radio license manual page 9-9. Good evening, Al. We're talking about Valentine's Day tonight. I'm using red ink on all my check-ins. What are your plans for Valentine's Day?
Jimmy, I really don't have any plans for Valentine's Day. I don't have a Valentine. Oh, not much. Unless you know somebody you want to send over.
I hear you. I hear you. So, okay. Hey, I got some good news. This is from the CFMC Night Watch. I heard this the other night. Mark your calendar down for Sunday, September 22nd. Radio Expo 2024 will take place on Sunday, September 22nd at the Boone County Fairgrounds. K9EPG, Al, did you copy that?
KD9EPZ. Yeah, I copied it, and I'll be there if I have help like I had last year. Someone that could, help bring me there and push me around in the wheelchair.
That's great. That's great. Also, you know that Corey passed his test, don't you?
I believe I heard something about it.
Yes, he did. Justin and Corey came and picked me up. We got there at the library about shortly after 1 o'clock. We weren't sure that the testing was even still underway. It started at 12:30. They got there late, miscommunication. But we got there. They were still there. I asked, could one of the boys take the test? He said sure. So Corey took the test and he passed successfully.
Congratulations to Corey. Another ham. Another hand joins the fold.
That is definitely great. That's definitely great. I am still saying, this is my thinking. I think by the 22nd of this month he should have his license.
Yeah, I hope so. I talked to a gentleman today. On the Elgin repeater, he was out in Yorkville with a handheld. That repeater's got a good footprint. Anyway, yeah, he got his license today, and I was like one of the first people he talked to, but he's not in QRZ yet.
That is terrific. That is terrific. You must have been his very first contact then, huh?
he actually talked to K9RFD first, but K9RFD and I were in a queue, so he talked to Jerry first.
Okay, you were a second contact, and that is terrific. That is terrific. Congratulations to that young ham. Who says this hobby is dying?
No, just all us old guys are.
Oh yeah, that is terrific. That is terrific. That's for sure. Okay, Al. Hey, thanks for checking in. I'm gonna do some more. You know what I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna read some general questions on the Friday Night Fun Net Trivia. So, okay. Before we do that, though, any stations that just joined us would like to check in, please go now. Okay, this is from the new General Q&A book. Which of the following is good practice when choosing a transmitting frequency to answer a station calling CQ using FT8? A. Always call on the station's frequency. B. Call on any frequency in the waterfall except the station's frequency. C. Find a clear frequency during the same time slot as the calling station. D. Find a clear frequency during the alternate time slot to the calling station. Which of the following is good practice when choosing a transmitting frequency to answer a station calling CQ using FT8? A. Always call on the station's frequency. B. Call on any frequency in the waterfall except the station's frequency. C. Find a clear frequency during the same time slot as the calling station. D. Find a clear frequency during the alternate time slot to the calling station. Anybody have a correct answer to this question? Okay, which of the following is good practice when choosing a transmitting frequency to answer a station calling CQ using FT8? Correct answer is D delta. Find a clear frequency during the alternate time slot to the calling station. Because WSJT is an open source project, you should expect variations of FT8 to behave differently. Generally, when responding to a CQ on FT8, you should locate a clear frequency in the waterfall and select the time slot that doesn't interfere with the calling stations. Remember that time synchronization is important for FT4 and FT8. General Class License Manual, page 6-6. Okay. Which of the following devices can be used for impedance matching at radio frequencies? A. A transformer. B. A pi network. C. A length of transmission line. D. All these choices are correct. Which of the following devices can be used for impedance matching at radio frequencies? A. A transformer. B. A pi network. C. A length of a transmission line. D. All these choices are correct. Anybody correct to answer this question?
K9 EPZ.
This K9 GCR, the Friday Night Fun, and the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford. Go ahead, Al.
The above.
You are correct, Al. You are correct. Which of the following devices can be used for impedance matching at radio frequencies? A transformer, B, a pi network, C, a length of transmission line. Well, the correct answer is delta. All these choices are correct. All these can alter the ratio of voltage and current in a circuit, changing the impedance as well. Special lengths of transmission lines can be used to set up patterns of reflections in the feed line that cancel the reflections from a mismatched load, making the load impedance appear as if it was the same as that of the feed line. General Class License Manual, page 4-23. Oh boy. Okay, what type of modulation is used by FT8? A, 8-tone frequency shift keying. B, vestigial sideband. C, amplitude compressed AM. D, 8-bit direct sequence spread spectrum. What type of modulation is used by FT8? A, 8-tone frequency shift keying. B, vestigial sideband. C, amplitude compressed AM. D, 8-bit direct sequence spread spectrum. Anybody have correct answer to this question? Somebody's trying to key up, but I'm hearing no audio. I might want to increase your power, change the location. I'm sorry, I can't copy you at all. There's too much noise. Try that one more time before we have to move on.
KD9MED.
Hey, Mike, KD9ZDD. Okay, Mike, what do you say?
On mobile, so I'm about to lose you again, but it's way out.
Okay, repeat that one more time, Mike. There's a lot of static with your signal.
A-alpha.
You are correct, Mike. You are correct. What type of modulation is used by FT8? Correct answer is A-alpha, 8-tone frequency shift keying. Both FT8 and JT65 are precisely timed sequences of transmit and receive. 8-tone FSK modulation and sophisticated error decoding and correction techniques to enable successful decoding at very low signal to noise ratios, SNR. General Class License Manual, page 6-6. Okay, Mike, we're talking about Valentine's Day. You got any plans for that day, or is it just a regular day for you? Couldn't copy that, Mike. Hey, I'll tell you what, I'm going to let you go. Drive safely. It was a pleasure meeting you at the VE testing session last Saturday. I still say I think Corey will get his ticket. This is my thinking. I'm going to say by the 22nd. We'll just see what happens. Okay, are there any more stations who'd like to check the Friday Night Fun then? Please call now. Okay, I'll tell you, I think that's going to conclude Friday Night Fun Net Trivia for this week. We'll do some extra questions next week, but I think that's going to do it for now. Okay, at this time, are there any more stations who want to check it? Please call now. Okay. Well, at this time, I'm gonna give you the information about all the other nets we have in the area. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. on this repeater, I will be doing the Rockford portion of the Illinois Region 1 hospital radio system test. This test is conducted during the even number of the months on the second Saturday of the even number of months. So this being February, we'll have the it'll be tomorrow, February 10th. We check out the radios in the hospitals, and then we also check out the radios at their home in QTH. So let's see. I will do the Rockford portion, and as soon as we get done with that, we'll switch over to 147.165, and at which time Lloyd, KB9APW, will take over. You do the net on the Ogle County repeater, and when he gets done with that, you'll switch over to the 146970 repeater in Dixon to finish out the net. This was done as a result of a national communications emergency which took place back in 2009, which I was a part of. So that's the situation. We go from from Boone County all the way to Winnebago County. Also, Bureau County down in Preston has been included. That's now part of the Illinois Region 1. It was part of another region, but it was transferred over to Region 1. So we got 10 counties. So again, starting at 9 a.m., the bi-monthly Illinois Region 1 Hospital radio system test will take place. Starting on this repeater, let me reset. Starting on this repeater, then moving to 147.165, and after that we go to 146.970 repeater in Dixon. Also, don't forget the Saturday evening ride tune at 8 p.m. tomorrow evening on this repeater. We go around a few times, we rag you. I was net control last week, and I see, I believe Larry K9HKX will be in net control tomorrow night. Net control usually picks a topic. If you want to talk about that particular topic, great. But if you want to bring up something else, that's fine too. But we go around a few times, that's what it's all about, rag chewing. Okay, Sunday evening at 7 p.m. on the 147.375 repeater in Belvedere. PL 100.0 plus offset, the Big Thunder Amp Radio Club will hold its Sunday evening net. That net has now moved to 7 p.m. It used to be on at 8 p.m., but no more. It is now held at 7 p.m. on the 147.375 repeater in Belvedere, again with the PL 100.0 pulse offset. The Greene County Aries Races net meets on Sunday evening at 7:30 p.m. on the 145.110 repeater in Monroe with PL 123.0 minus offset. Brandon K910U in Monroe will be net control. Scott Case and he alternates net with Scott K9YI. It's a combination Aries Races and rag tune, if you know what I mean. And the Sterling net, the Whiteside County Aries net meets at 8 p.m. on the 146.850 repeater in Sterling with a PL 114.8 minus offset. Shouldn't have any problem getting into that repeater. The antenna is about 300 feet in the air on the Illinois State Police Troop 1 radio tower down at their main headquarters in Sterling. Monday evenings at 7 p.m. on this repeater, we got the rag to the Monday night rah-rah info net. Larry K9KCT and I share the duties as net control operator. He ran the net last Monday. I'll do the net this coming Monday. The Lee County Aries group holds its Monday evening net at 8 p.m. on the 146.970 repeater in Dixon with a PL 82.5 minus offset. Then the Kishwaukee Amateur Radio Club holds its Monday evening net at 8:30 p.m. on the 146.730 repeater in DeKalb with the PL 100.0 plus minus offset, I should say. For the first time in years, I was able to check into that net. Band conditions were good that night. Okay, Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. on this repeater, we got the Tuesday evening health tech and social net with Larry K9RFD. We talk about how you're getting along health-wise. Do you have any technical traffic or anything like that? Anything else you want to bring before the net? By the way, Larry K9KCT does Morse code practice immediately following the conclusion of the Monday Night Rah-Rah Info net and the Tuesday evening health tech and social net. Also, the Rock County Aries Races net meets at also at 7 p.m. on the 145.450 repeater in Janesville with a PL 123.0 minus offset. Tuesday evenings at 8:30 p.m. on the 147.165 repeater in Oregon with a PL 146.2 plus offset. The Ogle County hams net meets. If they have time, they'll have a brief simplex net on 146.595 simplex. They did not have a simplex net this past Tuesday, but I'm sure they'll have one next Tuesday. Then they'll go back to the 165 repeater for the Ogle County Aries Races net for Aries Skywarn. Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater, PL 114.8 plus offset. We have our weekly Stevenson County Aries net. Then I am the net control of that one. Then at 7:30 p.m., the Greater Boyd Amateur Radio Club holds its Wednesday evening net on the 147.120 repeater in Boyd with a PL 123.0 minus offset. Then at 8 p.m., I should say, on the 147.390 repeater here in Freeport, PL 114.8 plus offset, we have our Wednesday evening swap net. Mel, K9RFD, and I are using net control operator. He ran the net this past Wednesday. I'll do the net this coming Wednesday. Mel is a trustee of the 39 repeater. He brings us amateur radio news line. 15-minute independent news broadcast devoted entirely to amateur radio. Okay, now Thursday evenings at 7 p.m. we have the Rockford Metro Skywarn training net. Usually Ricky W9AXD does the net, but he was not available, so I did the net. I had a total of 15 check-ins, and the net lasted for 45 minutes. That ain't bad at all, considering what happened yesterday. Okay, I have an announcement. I'm going to make an announcement here concerning the Thursday Health, Tech, and Social Net. As a result of Larry K9KCT, he's got business to attend to on Thursday nights, therefore he's not able to do the CW practice on Thursday night. As a result, I have decided that we will no longer hold the Thursday evening health tech and social net at 7 o'clock. Instead, we will hold the Thursday evening Rockford Metro Skywarn training net. So the Thursday evening health tech and social net is hereby canceled. So I will announce that during the Monday night net. We'll just have one net on Thursday night. That'll be the Thursday evening Rockford Metro Skywarn train net with Ricky, WX9RLT. And let's hope, as a result of tonight's rah-rah meeting, maybe something can get going and we can get a Saturn net going again. Maybe we can go at Thursday evenings at 8 p.m., just like it used to do many years ago when W9GD ran the late great Gene Duncan. W9GD ran the net. Calling the Saturn net, calling the Saturn net. This net meets each every Thursday evening at 8 p.m. at 146.161 repeater. That's how Gene Duncan called it. We'll discuss that later. And speaking of Thursday evenings at 8 p.m., Chad, WI9HF, has his Rock County Simplex net. It's on 146.415 Simplex. Let's see, he had a total, I think it was 6 check-ins he had last night. But that's a good net. A new hand from Rock County even checked in. As John, KD9 Zulu Papa Golf checked in. I'm surprised we haven't heard him checking in this net tonight. Okay. The senile net is held every day, Monday through Friday, 1,400 hours, 1,500 hours Zulu, or 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. local time, on 14.287 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband with Chuck, WD9BB as your net control operator. The 20-meter Old Miss net, Old Man International Sideband Society net meets on 20 meters, 14.290 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband. They start taking check-ins at 12 noon or 1800 hours. Then they started that at 1830 hours of Zulu. That goes for most of the afternoon. The 40-meter Old Miss net meets on the 7.185 megahertz. I don't know if that gets underway at 6 p.m. or what. Or 000 hours Zulu. Okay, now you're all up to date in your local nets. Support your local net control operators, your local nets, your local repeaters. If you're a member of any ham radio club, by all means support your local clubs. Now, do we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun net? Please call now. Last station trying to check in, unable to copy. You might want to increase your power or change the location. I'm sorry, I did not copy any. Your signal keeps breaking badly. I need a station to go to the input and try to get hold of that station, relay the information for me. One more time, last station, come back with your call.
November Alpha 9 Lima Echo NA9LE.
November Alpha 9 Lima, and what's the last 2 letters of your call, please?
Echo.
This is K9G, Charter Friday Night Fun at K9RFD Repeater Robert. Lima Echo, you say?
Roger.
Okay, I think I talked to you before. Where are you located at?
Ottawa, Wisconsin.
remember that. Sorry, the conditions are not pretty good, but I got you checked in. Thanks for checking in, 7-3s. Hopefully you check in again before when the conditions are favorable. Okay. Any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Okay. I want to tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. I believe Brad, AH2I, and Ricky, WX9RLT, are in charge of that. You want to go to the Facebook page, punch in your call sign, follow instructions, and you're in business. You can listen to this net when it's posted later on tonight, or past editions of the Friday Night Fun Net. Listen to the Friday Night Fun Net all day, every day, or all night, every night. Every night is Friday night with the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. So, you see pertinent information about the net. You see brand new updated pictures of my Amtrak. Thanks to Justin K9FEO, over here installed this new Yaesu FTM 200 radio. Also, and that's about it. You see them posted. You see updated information about the net. You even see weather information. So I think we had 154 stations, or some signed up. So you want to sign up the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page? Contact the Brad AH2I or Ricky WX9RLT, and it'll get you signed up. Next, I want to tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline. Area code 815-232-FN-FN, 232-3636, the local Freeport number. We have not had any hotline check-ins during the net tonight. But just want to let you know, when I'm transmitting, you hear that phone ring. That's a real telephone ring, folks, not that phony, baloney cell phone ring. Okay. It's a traditional red desktop touchtone telephone. Okay, at this time, we have any more stations you want to check in? Please go now. Okay. Let's go ahead. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We got time left. I think I'm going to go ahead and read the amateur's code. 1. The amateur is considerate. He never knowingly uses the air in such a way as to lessen the pleasure of others. 2. The amateur is loyal. He offers his loyalty, encouragement, and support to his fellow radio amateurs in the local club and to the American Radio Relay League to which amateur radios represent. 3. The amateur is progressive. He keeps his station abreast of science. It is well-built and efficient. His operating practice above reproach. 4. The amateur is friendly. Slow and patient sending when requested. Friendly advice and counsel to the beginner. Timely assistance, cooperation, and consideration toward the interests of others. These are marks of the amateur spirit. 5. And this is very important. The amateur is balanced. Radio is his hobby. He never allows him to interfere with any of his duties he owes in his home, his job, his school, or his community. Well, for me, this is a full-time hobby. And 6. The amateur is patriotic. His knowledge and his station are always ready for the service of his country and his community. That's the amateur's code. As Tony K9RFD always says, something to live by not only on the radio, but throughout life itself. Okay, if we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net, please go now. Well, I'll tell you what, I think I'll go ahead and read the DX Code of Conduct. 1. I will listen, and listen, and then listen again before calling. 2, I will only call if I can copy the DX station properly. 3, I will not trust the DX cluster and will be sure of the DX station's call sign before calling. 4, I will not interfere with the DX station nor anyone calling and will never tune up on the DX frequency or in the QSX slot. 5, I will wait for the DX station to end the contact before I call. 6, I will always send my full call sign. 7, I will call and then listen for a reasonable interval. I will not call continuously. 8, I will not transmit when the DX operator calls another call sign, not mine. 9, I will not transmit when the DX operator queries a call sign, not like mine. 10, I will not transmit when the DX station requests geographic areas other than mine. 11, when the DX operator calls me, I will not repeat my call sign unless I think he has copies correctly. 12, I will be thankful if and when I do make a contact. 13, I will respect my fellow hams and conduct myself so as to earn their respect. And number 14, this is something that K9MED and I put together. This is in addition to the DX code of conduct. 14, I will send a QSL card or email to the DX operator to confirm my contact with the station. That's the DX code of conduct. Now, I will read the contester's code of ethics. 1, I will learn and obey the rules of any contest I enter, including the rules of my entry category. 2, I will obey the rules for ham radio in my country. 3, I will not modify my log after the contest by using additional data sources to correct call sign / exchange errors. 4, I will accept the judging and scoring decisions of the contest sponsor as final. 5, I will adhere to the DX code of conduct and my operating style. 6, I will yield my frequency to any emergency communications activity. Finally, number 7, I will operate my transmitter and sufficient signal. Let's do that again. 7, I will operate my transmitter with sufficient signal quality to minimize interference to others. That's the contester's code of ethics. Okay, at this time, do we have any more stations who'd like to check the Friday night fun net? Please go now. Okay, does anybody have any questions, comments, or any driving or input they'd like to bring more than that this time? Okay, was there somebody trying to check in? If so, come on back. Around for transferring for Friday night fun at Central and Report. Are there any more stations like to check in at this time? Please call now.
N4 WGN, Bob here in Freeport, Jimmy Bottom, I'll list you. How's the net going?
N4WGN. The net's kind of slow. Of course, the rah-rah meeting was underway too, but it's kind of slow. You're checking number 23. What's going on with you?
Oh, not a heck of a lot. Had to run out down at Wally Road and just realized that about an hour ago, whatever, actually more than that, it was right before, it was probably, I don't know, 7:30ish. Realized that we needed some dog food, and I had to get a couple other things, so I went and did it all at one time. And of course, I run into half a Freeport that I know.
That's good.
I like to go about 8:30, 9 o'clock. Most people I know are not out and about then. Every time I turn around, somebody was talking to me. That's all right, because it's people I don't see it very often either, you know.
I understand. That's the way it goes. How is the missus getting along?
She's doing all right. Her hands, her finger still bothers her. In fact, her whole hand does. And her arm is because she's not been using it and I've been kind of favoring it.
Oh yeah, I hear you there. So okay, well I'll tell you what, we had an exciting night last night with the weather. Justin was in Stephen County delivering the mail. I was relaying weather information to him, and I told him about the tornadoes in Greene County. He was telling me he was watching the Vincent K9TSU video of when he got that when that tornado touched down in Greene County there. But he was definitely shooting a lot of video, and that was about it there.
Well, it must have been, I don't know, it was getting dark out. I got it, you know, when they was talking about the one that was just northeast of Evansville, you know, between Evansville and Stoughton. Well, I sent a message to my son, and, you know, they just let him know there, and he said back, yeah, I got the notification on my phone too there. All right, so anyway, about an hour after that, he sent me a picture from one of his old neighbors. He used to live in Evansville in the apartment complex. It's like 3 or 4 different 3-story buildings there, okay? And the one girl that was his neighbor in one of the other buildings took a picture of the tornado, and he said the house there in front that you see there, yeah, I used to live in that apartment on that corner right there. Yeah, so it was kind of cool.
Oh boy. Okay, that was really something else too. I heard the reports about the ping pong ball size hail here in the Freeport. They were even showing pictures of that on the 6 o'clock news time, Channel 13. Channel 13 had a cruiser in Scioto Mills. They were showing about the damage they had there.
Yeah, I heard it hitting the house here, and I went out and checked it out. It wasn't ping pong. It was probably between nickel and a quarter. So I called that in, reported it. You know, they don't really have a Skywarn net over here anymore and stuff like that. So that I'm aware of. So I went ahead and called that in.
Yeah, that's for sure. Tony, K9RFD was saying they're trying to get it started up again, but I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see what happens when spring comes. Maybe we'll know something after the weather spotter class here in Freeport on March 19th.
Yep, I'd be going to it. I didn't go to it last year, so I'm going to go to it this year. Something about every couple of years, you got to at least go there every couple of years, get updated, whatever, and stuff. You fill that out. You know, you get the number and everything. I take my card with me so I can write that down if it asks for the number. Yeah, I'd be going this year, Jimmy.
Okay, sounds good. I go there every year, just for the fun of it. Yeah, last year they had over 150 people attend.
I was going to go last year. I was all ready to go. I got up early that day, had a lot going on, and I sat in my chair, right the same chair I'm in right now. It was about 5:15. And I thought about going and get the bite to eat real quick, then go from there out there. Be out there, you know, get out there around 6 o'clock, you know, 10 till whatever, and make sure I'm going to get in there. And the next thing I know, it was 7:25.
I know what you're going to say. Ain't that something? Well, I'll tell you what. You could have made it. You could at least you got to see the second hour of it anyway. Oh well, what do you do?
Well, I didn't go nowhere get nothing to eat, so I went out, got a bite to eat, and I came back home. I keep telling the wife I'm going to take my nice, comfortable chair out here, and I'm going to hide it somewhere and put that old one in here that I couldn't fall asleep on. This has got really thick padding in it. It's, you know, it's a large chair. You sink right into it, about 4 inches, and man, the other one I didn't get that comfortable in. I can sit in this and go to sleep anytime, Jimmy.
I hear you. I got a chair that after I got over from the hospital in Belvedere in 2021 after COVID, they got rid of a lot of my furniture because they had the bed bugs there, and they had an old chair that had holes in it and everything like that. So what happened was I got a large bed sheet there that covers it. My cleaning lady says don't forget to buy some of that certain time tape so I can tape it. I told her, I said, I'm not keeping that chair. I'm going to get rid of it. Whenever I get my new baseboards installed, they remove my old baseboards. They haven't installed them yet. But when they do, I told her I'm going to get a new settee and a matching chair that goes with it, and I'm going to get rid of that chair. But I'll tell you what, that's what happened last night. I was watching the C-SPAN, the oral arguments in the Supreme Court about the Donald Trump deal in Colorado. I fell asleep and woke up for a few minutes. So don't figure it. You go sit in that chair, you end up falling asleep.
Now here's a true story. Back when my daughter's mom and I separated, she snuck in there because she liked the living room outfit that we had. She got someone to go through the window, open the door, and this is where the paperwork was filed, and she took the living room outfit. I had kitchen chairs and we had everything else, but you know, I had nothing there. And I wasn't home a lot. You know, we spent a lot of time away from home anyway. So anyway, I was looking around. I wanted to get the right one I wanted. I wanted something comfortable, and I didn't want to go just buy any old thing. So I'm looking around. One of my friends found out that I didn't have a chair to set in. I said, it doesn't make me no bit of difference. You know, I usually watch TV up in the bedroom and stuff like that. So I really didn't need a chair. But he comes over with this old chair. He says, you know, it's old, and but it's still it's a chair. You know, his wife had an old bedspread that she brought along with it to cover it up so he wouldn't, you know, and everything. So they brought that in and set that down. I sat in that chair, Jimmy, and I slept for 3 hours.
This is K9RFD Repeater, the Friday Night Fun, and the K9RFD Repeater Rockford transmitting from Friday Night Fun, that's Central and Freeport. Okay, Bob, that must have been something else.
For WGN. Yeah, just, you know, it just felt so good, Jimmy. I don't know why. You know, I mean, it just sat in that chair, and you just kind of sunk down into it. It had a high back on it, you know. And I didn't even have a TV set downstairs. It was up in the bedroom, you know. And I sat there, and next thing I know, you know, both my daughter and son both was in bed sleeping. That must have been like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I woke up. It was 1:30, almost 2. I did not like a light.
I hear you there. I go figure. So sometimes I'll fall asleep in the chair and I'll wake up and say, you know what? I'm gonna go lay right. I'm gonna go to my bedroom, lay down in my bed, and wouldn't you know it, I can't sleep for the who. That's the way it goes.
Then when I went and bought the new couch and chair, you know, a chair, matching chair, I thought to myself, what are you gonna do with that thing? And I thought about just tossing it away. I moved it off to the side and put the matching chair there with the couch, you know. It was like, man, this thing's not that comfortable. So I moved it back off to the side there so people could see it, and I put that old one over there where I set it all the time. and I kept that. Like I said, that was just, I mean, it was just, for some reason, Jim just kept it, you know, around. He just couldn't part with it himself, and then all of a sudden he heard I didn't have a chair to set in, so he brought it over, you know, him and his wife, and it was different. But I tell you what, it was probably one of the most comfortablest chair I ever had.
I hear you, that's for sure. That's great. Okay, Bobby, I'm going to move on here. I don't know if we get any more check-ins or not here, but thanks for checking in. You have a good evening. I don't know if we're going to do any rag chewing after the net or not. Well, that depends on if anybody shows up. But I'll monitor the repeater, and we'll see what happens. Just like we did last Friday night. We didn't get done about 2:15 last Saturday morning. So we'll see. Even Justin said that was fun what we did there. Brad said that was you got a little taste of the old midnight net they used to run. So, Bob, 73, thank you for checking in. We'll talk to you later. K9 G Sharp Clear Final. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net.
All right, Jimmy, I had a problem there. I was on the phone earlier talking to an inactive ham that hadn't been that active in the last 10 years. He renewed his license. He renewed his license, and he's got 3 years before they expire again, and he hasn't been on at all. I was just talking to him on the phone here a little bit ago. He says, I've been thinking about buying one of those JCU Fusion radios so I can set back, or digital, however you put it there, and I can set back and use wires X and get back on the radio. So hopefully he does that.
Tell him to get a ratio FGM 200. That's good. You can do anything with it. That's for sure.
We was chatting about this. I told him, you know, that he'd be able to hit George's repeater, and he can talk, you know, on EchoLink, and you know, talk all over the place. Just for something to do there, you know, outside of just. He's limited in space where he can put an antenna at, so that might work out for him pretty good. But anyway, I'll talk to you later, Jimmy. I'll be around. Not sure how long, but I'll be around. KC9 GCR and for WJN.
Sounds good, Bob. We'll see what happens after I close down that. Thanks for checking in. Do we have any more stations that want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
W9KLG mobile here, on my way to work.
Okay, Kevin W9KLG. Okay, well I'm glad you had a good time at the rah-rah meeting. I know Justin had a good time too.
Oh yeah, it was very interesting, especially the after meeting. That was a pretty good one too. It was wonderful meeting some people there. Hopefully we'll be doing this every month now. W9KLG, back to net.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. That'd be good. So I'm glad you had a good time. Okay, Don't work too hard. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for checking in. Any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun? Then please call now.
Hey, Jimmy, K9RFD.
Go ahead, Justin.
You still need to renew your license, right?
Yes. That'll be in a little more than 3 months. It expires, I think, on May 19th.
Okay, let me think here. I don't know about this week, or I'm sorry, this coming up week. I don't know about that, but maybe the week after, I need to stop by sometime early on and bring the laptop out there. Don't let me forget about that. Let's get this done ASAP, because that just came to mind for me. I also need to put a frequency in your radio. So, anyway, how's the net doing tonight?
The net is doing great. Got 23 check-ins. I figured it'd be slow anyway with the rah-rah meeting, but that was about it.
Yeah, and you still got more people at the dinner right now. Kevin had to go to work, and I decided to go out with them, so they're still out there eating right now. I'm sure when they come out, you'll catch a couple more chickens.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Hey, I wanted to tell you as long as I'm thinking about it. Tomorrow we have our monthly meeting at the K9RFD Repeater Association at 11 o'clock, Freeport Public Library. Now, as you know, George is not here. He's down in the Gulf Shores, Alabama. I don't know if our vice president is going to be there or not. John, K9OBJ, he's busy driving the ambulance and the fire department and all that stuff like that. Gene, KC9SU will be our Secretary of Treasury. She resigned. But I was going to say, why don't you wait and come to the next meeting in March? That way George will be back and bring your equipment. You can do your digital demonstration then.
Yeah, I kind of need George there anyway, so that's what we'll do. But, yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to make that meeting, Jimmy. I'll give it a try. I don't know, so if you do plan on going, make sure you set up another ride, because I'm 50-50 on that. I don't know. We'll see what happens, because I got some stuff going on tomorrow around noon. But, yeah, but no, going back a little bit to the rah-rah meeting, that was great. New, exciting, fun stuff coming up. I don't know if I just somehow happened to come to a crazy meeting or not, but that Saturn demonstration and that little talk they did was awesome. We held a meeting in their building. They have all kinds of equipment, Jimmy. Brand new Ford F-450s. They got everything. They need everything you can imagine for emergency equipment. We got to hear about what they do, what they have done, what they plan on doing. Scott's talking about how he's getting radio involved, how they're going to have a dedicated radio room, they're putting towers up, all kinds of stuff. And then afterwards, we went out to that little dinner, and there were talks about getting a fox hunt set up here in Rockford. So, I mean, just awesome. Real good stuff. Good conversations. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say I expected less, but definitely was very cool.
This is K-Son G-Star, the Friday Night Fun and K9RFD Repeater in Rockford. That is great. I said, I'm going to keep saying it, things are getting back to the way they used to be. I think that's great. If they can get that Saturn going, it'll be great if we can get a Saturn net going again, too. if they need a net control operator, I can do it, or maybe some of the other ones can do it too. Maybe you can do it.
Well, of course, I left home with a bunch of paperwork. I need to read through it, see what we need to do. I want to be set up for when they start bringing radio into it. So, I mean, yeah, it's really, really cool. Scout's doing a really good job. They answered a bunch of questions and concerns that people had, and it's looking pretty good. They handle a lot of stuff. They work with the Rockford Police Department, Rockford Fire Department, a bunch of rural ones, and you know, of course, all the charity events like Christmas presents, handing out meals, all that good stuff. So definitely a place ham radio could come into play. But yeah, that was a meeting that you did not want to miss.
Well, I'll tell you what. You know, from our rag chew session last Friday night, early Saturday morning, Brad, H2I, you could tell you all the different war stories about how he was involved in that there too.
Yeah, I have yet to talk to him about all that good stuff. One of these days. Oh wow, a train. One of these days, I'll get together with him over the phone. I think he sent me an email or on Facebook or something, I don't know. But I still need to talk to him. Yeah, I would like to talk to him about that, you know why. But still, real cool stuff. Got all the groups coming back. The community feels pretty decent right now. A lot of projects going on, especially, well, firsthand on my end, all kinds of stuff. So I'm ready for it.
That's great. That's great. And you and I will have our phone conversation again later another time there. So that's definitely great. So that's about it there. So oh boy, Justin, I think I'm going to let you go, or I'm going to see if we can get more check-ins. I'll be getting ready to close this baby down here.
Absolutely, Jimmy. Yeah, I don't want to tie it up, so I'll say 7-3, see ya. I got to go home, handle a few things that we talked about, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. If I get some time, we'll tie up the repeater later on. K9FD, back to that. Good night.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, I don't want to tie you up tomorrow. If push comes to shove, I can walk down the library. I've done it many times. 7-3, Justin. Well, thanks for checking in. If we don't talk to you again tonight, have a good night. We'll talk to you tomorrow or wherever. K9G, sure, be clear. Okay, do we have any more stations who like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now.
KD9MED with another internet check-in.
Okay, Mike, go ahead.
Hey Jimmy, if you haven't checked in Casey, that's KC9er India Hotel. KC9er India Hotel, LaSalle.
Okay, sounds good. He's one of the check-ins on the Night Watch net in Chicago, and 443750. That's beginning underway in a few minutes there. That night Watch net. They didn't come in good last night, so I just listened to it on Chad's 40950 repeater. He's got that linked up to that CFMC repeater.
All right, copy that. Thank you, Jimmy.
Sounds good, Chad. Thanks for checking in. This is K9RFD Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central and Freeport. It is now 10 p.m. curfew time. Parents, you know where your children are at. Lockdown. Winnebago County Jail is now going into lockdown. Kerry K9MED was telling me he listens to jail frequencies on his scanner. Every night, 10 o'clock. Dispatch radios to corrections officers. Lockdown. Lights out. Time to put the jailbirds to bed. Nighty-night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Okay, do we have any more stations that want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Okay, at this time, I'm going to go ahead and do my honorary check-ins. Let's see now. All right. Tony. N9ARB. EC honorary. HC honorary check-in. This better have Tracy. N9GAB. HC honorary check-in. We mustn't forget the beautiful Kishwaukee River Yacht Club south of Rockford. Scott A9 Silver Fox HC honorary check-in. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? N9 WSQ George, our HC honorary check-in, is our president of Stevenson County Repeater Association. He's down in the Gulf Shores, Alabama. And okay, KD9LOA HC honorary check-in. Brandon and Lena, KD9OVJ. John McConnell, HC honorary check-in. Then let's see, who else? KC9ICH, HC honorary check-in. That's Robert. Who else? Oh boy, who else? KD9HKX, HC honorary check-in. Oh yeah. Oh no. K9F, Dave and Boyd, let's see. Who else? Oh yeah. K9KZT. Larry, the king of the CW, HC honorary check-in. AC9GO, Larry and Rockton, HC honorary check-in. KD9 YUM, Werner, his better half, HC honorary check-in. Check-in number, okay, we got 36 check-ins so far. Do we have any more stations who want to check in? Please go now. I'm going to go ahead and check in the new board member, KD9 K9YUK. HC honorary checking. Let's see who else. Oh, I'll tell you what. I can always put this is not an unofficial. This is an unofficial count. You have to go see what happens. So, any more stations want to check in? Please call now. Oh yeah, I forgot, Brad. H2I, HC honorary checking. So, okay, I'll tell you what. I want to thank Dan, N9DCH, the trustees of this repeater, and the members of the 195 group for allowing us to use this repeater to host a Friday night fun net. Okay, I'm going to run down the list of stations to check in myself. K9 GCR, net control. These are my early bird checking. K9 YI, Scott Monroe, H9JZ. Mike, and N9 and GBP, Greg, and N9DLB, Dave here in Freeport. H9NW, A9BU. K9YBG, K9MED, KD9SD. Internet checking, KD9KWR, KD9GDY, N9ZO, Richard and Belvedere, K9QPL, Paul and Love Spark. Oh, I feel bad. I didn't mean to walk over him, but he's checked in. He checked in short time anyway. K9MAP, KD9GDX, that's Sim's better half. K9FEO, W9KLG, W3MBX, KD9EPZ, KB9ZDD, NE9LE in Ottawa, Illinois, N4WGN, and my honorary check-ins. K9IH in Ottawa, in LaSalle, Illinois, N9ARB, N9CAB, A9SF, N9 WSQ, K9LOA, KD9OBJ, K9ICH, KD9HKX, AK9F, K9KCT, H9GO, K9YUM, KD9YUK, AH2I. Oh boy, I better check in the chat. Okay, I also checked in WI9HF Chad in Janesville and his better half KD9VBX Erica. So, okay, that's about it. Any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. Okay, be sure you tell your mothers, your fathers, and sons and daughters, your brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles, your nieces, your nephews, your grandparents, your in-laws, your neighbors, across the street, down the street, next door. Be sure you tell your butcher, your baker, your candlestick maker. Be sure to tell the cork behind the checkout counter at your grocery store. Be sure to tell the cork behind the counter at your convenience store. Be sure to tell your waiters, your waitresses, your bartenders at your friendly neighborhood bars, restaurants, taverns, or pubs. Be sure to tell the cork behind the counter at your local post office when you buy your stamps. Tell your bank cashier when you go to cash a check or withdraw money from the bank. Be sure you tell your tax consultant tax season is underway. Be sure you tell your used car dealer, your new car dealer, your garage mechanic. Be sure you tell the members of your local PTA or PTO. Be sure you tell your waitresses, your waiters, and your bartenders, your friendly neighborhood bars, restaurants, taverns, or pubs. Tell your priests, your ministers, your rabbis, your mullahs, your ayatollahs, or your imams. Sure you tell your boyfriends, your probation officer, your parole officer, your divorce lawyer. Be sure you tell your priests, your ministers, your rabbis, your mothers, your ayatollahs, or your moms. I'm sure you tell your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-boyfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your husbands, your wives, your ex-husbands, your ex-wives, your ex-in-laws, of course, your old ladies about the Friday Night Fun. More check-ins better than that. Make sure you have valid FCC license before you check in. We not take check-ins from jailbirds, jammers, spotty moms, crackheads, dopeheads, spotheads, telemarketers. You sit in the clubhouse, clench your fists, taking even the national anthem is being played. We don't take your check-ins. If you don't back the blue, we don't take your check-ins. That's plain old all there is to it. I have two more honorary check-ins. KD9N, Kurt and Roscoe, and K9FLO, Dean, also in Roscoe. So the count stands at 42 check-ins. Okay, I want to thank everybody for checking in. It was a great net tonight. Do we have any more stations who want to check in? Please call now. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the net tonight as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you about Valentine's Day, and we wish you and yours a happy Valentine's Day, whatever you decide to do. To me, it's just a regular, normal day to me. So, okay, this is the last call for any station who want to check in the Friday Night Fun that we're in the region. Without tapping, please call K9GCR. Last call for Ransom Jaw. Tune in again next week, same time, same repeater for another edition of Friday Night Fun Net. Until then, this is Jim, K9GCR. Closing it now closing down this Friday, February 9, 2024 edition of Friday Night Fun Net, and return the repeaters on the frequency normal land radio use at 10:14 p.m. Central Daylight Time, 4 hours, 14 minutes Zulu time with a total of 42 check-ins. So the reason everybody have a good evening, enjoy your weekend. This is K9GCR. We'll be clear. Wish you a very pleasant good night. 7-3. K9MED, K9MED, K9GCR.
KD9MED.
Go ahead and post it, Mike. 2 hour 14-minute net with an unofficial count of 42 check-ins.
All right, Jimmy. It'll be posted as soon as we shut her down.
Okay, Mike. Thanks for all you do. Talk to you next Friday. K9GCR, be clear. Good night.
All right, Jimmy. Good night. KD9MED clear.